Today is a start for, or I should say a restart for business-level economic re-engagement, a major first step in the process of beginning to attract foreign investment and to grow trade.
This distinguished gathering of businessmen, entrepreneurs, and corporate representatives from both sides reflects the keen interest to enhance bilateral business engagement between both countries and the desire to see the level of bilateral trade increased.
The lifting of sanctions provides an opportunity to improve the economic performance of the country, to create jobs, and to increase tax revenue from private sector activities in particular.
It is my belief that the economies of the two countries have the potential to complement each other and to establish these partnerships. There are great opportunities in Sudan for British businesses in areas like food security, mining, oil and energy, infrastructure, and provision of consultancies.
So one would hope that the Sudanese government will seize the chance to renew its new program for the country so that there is an inclusive and sustainable development and government for all its people, no one left behind.
Which is why I think that these are absolutely important events to happen post the lifting of sanctions.
I'm working in the gold sector, gold exploration and mining, and I think that's an area of the country, or an area of the economy. Obviously, Sudan produces a lot of gold from artisanal, from the informal sector, but I think developing a long-term, large-scale gold mining industry, like you see in other countries in West and East Africa, is something that's perfectly within reach. And I'm hoping that the government will put those sorts of put the policies in place to really pull the investors into Sudan, and in 10 years' time there'll be a number of large-scale modern gold mines. Hopefully, our company will have one of them, and the country will have a large-scale gold mining industry, as you see in other parts of Africa. And I think that's the goal on our side of it, for sure.
So for the last 20 years, I faced a lot of difficulties due to the sanction applied by US. Now, after lifting the sanction, I think a lot of investors can come. There is a good environment in Sudan to do. It is a very safe country, very growing. So anyone can invest in Sudan. I am sure you can get a large benefit from Sudan in all kind of fields we have, especially in mining, in petroleum field, in agriculture. This is those three fields. It can be a good opportunity for investors to come in Sudan, inshallah.
My concern is that the population of Sudan, the ordinary people, should benefit as well. So it's about training, education and skilling up the population so they can contribute to these opportunities now of foreign investment into the country. A country that's very wealthy in its in its minerals, in its soil, in everything. It's a huge, it's a very, very important country.
There are many areas open for investment, as has been mentioned multiple times during the day. Mining, oil and gas, but I personally believe that by far the most attractive investment opportunity is in agriculture, all the way down the agricultural value chain. So from agricultural production, farming, all the way to the required logistics, the supply chain infrastructure, the agri-processing, the agri-industries, and all the way up to agri-exports. So there is a big need for investment, and I think a very attractive opportunity for investment in the ag sector, all the way from cropping or farming up to exportation.
Any investment that comes in, it will need the local people to be involved, and that obviously will leverage and increase the know-how and technical know-how of the people of the nation. So any kind of investment will definitely bring along a lot of knowledge and bring along a lot of know-how, and that will reflect back to the people, average people, to their income, to their knowledge, and spread on.
Having seen the pictures of the country, I think someone needs to come in and build out the tourism infrastructure. If my company had any kind of leeway in what we can put our money in, I would definitely suggest that good tourist facilities need to come in very quickly. It's a beautiful country and there's such variety of nature and attractions, so that's something I'm rooting for. And of course natural resources, that's always valuable and good.
This population is very well educated, it's very skilled. I don't think it misses Sudanese diaspora in the UK. I think the challenge for Sudan is to create sufficient opportunity and jobs to actually utilise the skill base they have got.
Well, I think a very successful event. I think it's incredibly important for a country which is aiming to promote investment to put on a big event like this to make people generally sensitized. And then I think it will be very important for the government to follow up, perhaps sector by sector, to follow up some of the exciting opportunities which have come up today. And it's very good news for my government, for the United Kingdom, and I think it's good news for our business that they can now see more of a major African market, a country which, after all, we know historically very well, and where this is a question of re-establishing our joint working. And our government very much believes that economic development is at the heart of the development of countries, that lifting people out of poverty, getting jobs for young people is the essential thing that we all need to push for in the 21st century.